Hello internet world. Today I'm going to do a little bit of herbal medicine practice, so I thought I'd take you along with me to come formulate some oils. I'm working on a skincare line right now, and I've been playing with these ingredients for a couple months, and today I got all my ingredients in the mail, which is super exciting, so I wanted to play around and try out a combination oil. I usually do them separately, but I thought today we'd try a combo. Yes, I got some fun herbs to play with today. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay, so I wanted to make a serum. It's kind of designed to be really restorative, and it should ideally help with like UV or like restoring your skin from UV damage. So perfect timing with like summer coming around. So yeah, let's get into these herbs real quick. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So the first one I have here is Comfrey, which I've got Comfrey leaf here. You can typically see like Comfrey leaf or Comfrey root. And this one's actually grown pretty locally here in the Pacific Northwest. I got this farm that I really like working with, and so they have some really nice Comfrey. Smells really good. Yeah. This one's good. It's certified organic, which I love. It was pretty fresh. I think it was harvested in like 2021, which is pretty nice. So it's like just like last season's harvest. And I love Comfrey for topical applications. Like it's a super amazing plant. It's anti-inflammatory. It's like wound healing. It's got some mucilage effect to like or mucilage content in it. So when you extract it, especially like with heat, you can pull out some of those more they're like thickening agents like in the oil. Like it's really cool. Like you'll notice before extracting and after, like with Comfrey, it'll actually like thicken the oil a bit. And it's like super moisturizing, and I really like it, especially for like acne treatments. I've been using this herb for many years now, and it's one of my favorites. So okay, yeah, I've got my little guide sheet here. I'm just doing a small batch today, and I think I am going to do heat assisted just to speed it up. Well, not even just to speed it up. The herbs I picked out to work with today, a lot of them are roots. As you can see, like this is a root. This is Japanese knotweed and marshmallow root. And a lot of the times I like using heat with roots just because it helps bring out some of the compounds that like a slower like room temp extract wouldn't necessarily bring out. It would take a really long time, at least probably like several months. So we're going to use a little bit of heat, not much. We're going to keep it super mild so we don't actually degrade anything. It's one thing you got to be really careful about, is not degrading the compounds when you're using heat. It smells so good. I love fresh herbs, even though it's dry. And I'm weighing mine, like if you're making herbs at home, like you definitely don't need to be super scientific with it. I am intending to make a product with this, so what I like to do is just record everything in my little paper here, so I know exactly what went into this in case I fall in love with it and I really like this extract blend, then I know I can like repeat it. So okay, so I got my Comfrey here. Oh, that's so nice. I need to get better storage for these. I'm gonna buy some bins. I'm so excited. Like I feel like we've been working on the concept of this product line for a really long time, and it's super fun to finally have things in hand and start beginning this process. It's super exciting. Oh yeah, and one more thing, like when you're using Comfrey, I will say it's a little hard on the liver if you use a water extract. I would recommend staying with oil extractions with Comfrey and not ingesting them. It's pretty hard on the liver, and it does have some poisonous alkaloids that are only like water soluble, so There is one, like there's a bummer to that though, because one of the coolest compounds in Comfrey is allantoin. Oh, I think I'm saying that right. I've got it written down over here. Allantoin. I feel like I've never said that out loud until now. That's really funny. But yeah, that one is water soluble, so it's kind of a bummer that you're not like pulling that out. But I've never actually. I feel like it's a little bit like alcohol soluble, and so the carrier oil I'm going to use today is apricot kernel oil, which does have some like fatty alcohol, so I don't know if some of it is pulled out with that. It would be kind of fun to like, I don't know, get the oil tested for that content and just see. Maybe one day I'll do that. That's the fun thing about being a science person, is I can just get everything tested and find out all these cool things for myself. Okay, cool. Next ingredient. I really want to get into this one. I'm really excited about this one. This was probably the ingredient that I'm most excited to use today because I haven't actually used this one before. I've used Comfrey like a bunch of times, marshmallow, root and leaf like a whole bunch of times, but this one is new to me. Oh my god, it smells just like you walked into a forest. This is Japanese knotweed root, which I am super excited about. Okay, I've got a little teacup here, so I put it in this. This is so funny. I put a little beaker and then we go straight into teacups. Yes. Okay, so Japanese knotroot it's actually an invasive species, which, you know, you'd think, don't want to use that, but then you think about it and actually you kind of do want to use invasive species in your products, because then you're promoting an industry around harvesting that invasive species, which I think is an interesting concept. So I feel like in my product line, I want to incorporate at least one like invasive species or something wild harvested that's actually like better. It's good for the environment to harvest it. So I don't know. It takes a lot of research to find this. Like it took me months to find the perfect ingredient. And the reason why I chose this one is actually super crazy because it's super high in this antioxidant, and specifically the roots, super high in this antioxidant called resveratrol, which is amazing for the skin. It's actually super productive against UV damage. Actually, it might be reparative against UV damage. So after it's occurred, it helps your body, bounce back from UV radiation. So that's super cool. I found like a study on different UV light and how it affects like the skin, and this antioxidant came up in the treatment of that. So that was really cool. And to find that it's uniquely high, like Japanese knotroot is uniquely high in this compound, and I think that's super cool to find that in nature, and that this company just like wild harvested it out of the Midwest, like in the North America and I think Central America too. This is invasive, so they just like, you know, it's sustainably sourced, which is good. I'm gonna use a lot of this. Like it smells so good. This is gonna be such an interesting extraction. And like I said, if you're doing this at home and you're wanting to copy this because you want a cool recipe, or you just want to learn about oil extractions or whatever, like you don't have to be exact. Like herbalism is definitely, you know, use your hand as a guide. Like be as exact as you want, and I don't know, use your intuition. You don't need to be super sciencey. Oh yeah, but this is, once again, because I do want to create products out of this. I want to be able to replicate it, and if I love it, I don't want it to be lost forever. Okay, so next ingredient we're moving on to is just the marshmallow plant. I've got root and leaf here, and I wanted to do equal parts. And this one is just like overall, just a wholesome plant. It's just very wholesome. I love this plant. It's very, I don't know, I love it. Emollient, so it kind of goes in and creates like a protective layer. I also like doing heat extractions, like I said, on roots. So I've done heat extractions on marshmallow, and I've done cold ones, and I just like think it brings out more of the emollient properties if you use a little bit of heat, and not too much again. And it is, yeah, the leaf is anti-inflammatory, so I wanted to add that into this as well. I'm very excited. I'm just going to do equal parts these two. This one's so fluffy. Oh my gosh. That's why I love using plants. And that's why I love also weighing it out. I'm a science person, so this is oh my god, I love my little teacups. They're so cute. It's just such a wholesome blend of herbs. That was marshmallow. It was just huge. Whoa, that smells super interesting. I love me some marshmallow root tea. This is just like, yeah, this plant is so wholesome. I highly recommend incorporating marshmallow into your life. Fluffy kind and not the fluffy. Alright, I got a bowl. I'm just gonna mix these up. I like homogenizing my herbs a little bit before I put them in the extracty thing. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. So earthy and wholesome. Okay, so I got those all mixed up. And now I'm gonna weigh out my carrier oil. So for this oil, I wanted to use, especially since this is kind of an experiment a little bit, I want to use apricot kernel oil because it's like a very neutral oil. It's very fast absorbing, and it'll be good to compare against like apricot kernel oil by itself and this extract to see if, like, you know, I'm actually extracting the components that I want to, because the components I want will actually change the physical feel of it. So that's why I like using neutral oils for extracting extracts. It's also just fast absorbing, so you'll get the compounds that you want from this into your skin like as fast as possible, which is great. Okay, got some oil here. A brand new jug, how fun. Not quite as much as I wanted to add, so what I'm gonna do is I'll put this in and then I'll add a little bit more. So probably that. Okay, so let's see. 100 more grams. Alright. And then I'm using this extractor today, which I love. It's got this like little blade and it heats up, and you can set it at like whatever temperature you want. Okay, so then we'll just add our herbs. And this one's nice because you don't have to use press bags. Like if you're typically, when you're doing like a maceration that's like you're letting sit and you're doing kind of a bigger one, like I'll use press bags, but like the little extractions in jars, you definitely don't need to do that. Right, and then you just pour in your oil. Yeah, I wanted to add just a little bit more. This oil is so nice. I love the color of it. Gosh, it looks really nice. It already smells so good. And then I'll just go ahead and pop this on and set it for my allotted time, and I'll see you back here when this extract is done. Alright guys, it's been about 4 hours, so I thought I'd strain this. The timer just went off, and I let it cool down a little bit. I'm just going to use this little strain. And this just came with the machine, and it's actually a really fine strainer. It's really nice. Oops. Hi Luna, my puppy just walked in. Hopefully you can see her. Oh, it smells really good, and it still smells like fresh terpenes, which makes me really happy because that means we didn't degrade anything. That's good. Okay. I'll probably end up filtering this and just letting it settle. I'm not sure how we'll get that. Fine, I'm just trying to get the big chunks out right now. Yeah, I'll probably have to go through something pretty fine. I got some coffee filters lying around, so and there is the plant matter. And you know, honestly, sometimes I keep this because you can use it for like exfoliants, like body scrubs and stuff. Especially with like flowers, I typically keep it. Squeeze every last drop. Oops. Oh my god, this looks so good. Can't wait to touch it. As you can tell, the oil completely took on a lot of the chlorophyll and definitely some other goodies. It smells really good. It smells just like the fresh herbs, which makes me happy. Ooh, yeah. Oh, it smells like literally fresh cut wood. That is bizarre. I love that. This is gonna be really nice. Okay. This looks potent. This looks very potent. I'm happy with that. And I'm just gonna keep squeezing this. This is why I really like this filter, because it doesn't really leak oil through this top part here. So you can really just like get a grip on it and squeeze. And this is just like the magical butter. I don't know if I mentioned that, but this is called the magical butter, and definitely check it out online if you're looking for something to do heat extractions for you. And it comes with this cool filter. And it comes with a couple other things, but it's really nice. I'm just trying to get every last drop of this goodness. Yeah, and there's like a lot of sediment in this for sure, because this machine does blend it. So like I said earlier, I might filter this or let it settle, because you can just let it settle over a couple, decent amount of time. It will settle out. And the liquid should go pretty clear, if not completely clear, depending on like what you've extracted. Definitely some herbs don't clarify completely, but that's cool. Oh my god, look at all that chlorophyll that pulled out of there. That's so cool. Nice. Cool. I'm gonna go set this in the kitchen. I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, this looks so good. I'm so excited. Clean this up a bit and then cap it up. I wonder what's giving it this like stained yellow. It's really nice. Oh. So like I said, you're gonna want to let this clarify and let all the sediment just filter down and settle at the bottom. It will take a while, and definitely leave it undisturbed while you're letting it settle. But usually like 2 to 5 days, and it should be like pretty settled if you don't touch it. And you know, if you're not trying to sell it, you don't have to wait as long. But if you are intending this to go into a product, I would definitely like give it as much time as it needs to like definitely clarify, because the sediment will appear in your final product if you don't wait. So yeah, that's that.